So I was having this conversation at work with someone, and he asked me what kind of music I listen to. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, all kinds of music. And he was like, well, what's all kinds of music? And I said, well, I don't know, R&B, hip hop, country. He was like, whoa, black people don't listen to country.
Black people created country though. Black people created a rock.
You know, that
music.
is true.
All music comes from black people. Slavery, people weren't playing hip hop and R&B. The slaves were playing the fiddle. They were playing the country music. They came from us. We were the entertainers.
Right.
At that time,
yes.
we were the ones making the music for them,
right.
for the white people then. So, they weren't playing, R&B.
Jodeci.
They were playing Jodeci.
Slaves were playing
on the
Jodeci.
Plantation. But then also Little Richard was the first black rocker. He's the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't Elvis really.
They didn't give him that, and it makes me mad they didn't give him that title.
I think that some music,
Little Richard.
it's just, I think what happens is there are people who only identify, people who don't live outside their bubble.
Yeah.
So we come from a family of musicians.
Yeah.
Our father was a musician.
Yeah, grandfather.
And my grandfather was a musician. So I listened to Ella Fitzgerald. I listened to Duke Ellington. I listened to
opera.
Dizzy Gillespie.
I like opera.
I listened to Glenn Miller, who's white. Mm-hmm. I listened to Ella Fitzgerald. I listened to those people. Then I listened to the Dixie Chicks, and I listened to Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn.
Well, when I was telling,
and I like old country. I don't even like this new stuff.
Well, this
I
was
like the Dolly Parton years, the Loretta Lynn years, the Johnny Cash years, because that's to me is classic country.
Yeah.
But black people did kind of create country music.
But I found this happens all the time, where whenever I'm talking to someone about music and they're a black person about music, and I say that I mention I like country, they're like, black people don't like country. And I'm like, where is this coming from? I didn't know that music had a race. When I told him what kind of country I listened to, he was like, I was like Dolly Parton. Like, it's not Taylor Swift. Like, it's the real country people. Like, I like it. Like, I can't help it. I do love country music. You can be, but see, I feel like being black and then liking country, just like this thing where people think that is just the worst thing you can ever do is be black and like country. No, people, you can like whatever the hell you want to like, right?
What it is like people have people are only around a certain type of people, and then they only identify with that music. So if you're a black person that never hangs around anyone but black people, and everybody is dressed the same, looks the same, only listens to 90s R&B. Like, my favorite genre is the 70s, and I like the 70s R&B. I like the 70s soul music. I like the 70s rock music. I like the 70s country music. And so I just feel like that decade had better music than any other decade.
Yeah, well, this guy this guy just likes old school soul, R&B, Motown type thing.
But that's okay.
And I said to him, I said, well, you don't want to like anything else. Like, there's nothing else you can think that you want to like. It's like as if black people are so scared to like something else because they think they're gonna lose their coup points. You're not gonna lose your coup points because you like country music. I cannot
look again. I can't act like I don't know pretty much every lyric to every Dixie Chick song out there. I like them. They're good. They're talented.
I have all the Dixie Chick CDs from
But when you're black and you say you like anything else except R&B, soul, rap, and all that, I like that. I have Kanye, Kendrick Lamar. I have him. I love him. I know most of those songs. I like all those songs, but there's nothing that's written somewhere that says that you can't be black and like country music. It's really ridiculous.
But white people don't have this sort of thing. See, sometimes I think we as black people, we put our own shackles on ourselves because we feel like we can only celebrate ourselves only.
What were you saying about white people earlier? You said
I'm just getting to that. Yeah. That it's just that we put our own shackles on. White people don't have that same. They don't have that same
They feel more free.
They feel free, and that's just true. That's why white privilege exists because white people feel like they can do anything, anywhere. No one looks at white people weird when they listen to hip hop,
right?
Or no one looks at white people weird when they want to listen to R&B because they don't care, and so no one else. But it's like us, if we go outside of our comfort zone or we admit to liking something outside of our comfort, then we think that other black people are looking at us as sellouts.
People, and I know black people are secretly, there's some black people out there secretly listening to all this stuff.
Yeah,
They are totally.
you're right.
I know they can't be. I have to be listening to some of this stuff.
Music is supposed to speak to you.
Yeah.
And whoever that is supposed to speak to you. It doesn't mean that you have to be. You have to identify with the people who are singing it.
Right.
You don't have to identify with Marilyn Manson the way he looks and not enjoy his music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you don't have to be, barefooted in in overalls to enjoy country music. You can literally be just enjoying You know what I
didn't know where you were going with that. I was like,
overalls and a banjo, and you're the only people that are allowed to love country music.
Don't box yourself in to the R&B rap wall.
No. So two things can be true. You can be black and you can listen to country music all day long and still be black right after that. You can go to a Million Man March and you can still listen to
Black Girls Rock.
Right.
You can still do all that. There's that Black Girls Magic. You're still that. You like country music, it's fine.
You listen to that black guy Eminem and then come back to country music.
Right.